Okay, we're here with ETBU softball coach Janae Shirley. Our first little interview of the 2010-2011 school year. It's been a busy summer for you, Coach Shirley, for obvious reasons, and all that's really good. But I know that y'all have just completed fall practice, and really, as far as the team goes, you're proud of what you accomplished back in May with the national championship, but you're also now getting very busy turning your attention to next spring in 2011, aren't you?
Yeah, I think that was one of our biggest focuses for this fall and it was kind of difficult for us with the ring ceremony and everything going on. It was kind of hard for us to get the girls focused on this year because, last year was last year and that's over, and we kind of have to turn the page and move on, and a lot of those girls weren't there. So our focus this fall was trying to get this new team together, get them working together as a team, and really to figure out what exactly we had as far as player depth-wise and things like that.
How difficult was that? I mean, you mentioned the banquet that the school obviously gave for your ring ceremony, and then you were recognized at the football game, to the community at large. Just everything. I know recently, the county here, did a big thing for y'all. So, but how difficult all that was going on during your fall practice, most of it? How difficult was that in terms of trying to integrate this new team together, but then also with everything obviously that was earned coming from last year still going on?
It's hard, because you have this new group of kids that are just kind of seeing all this stuff and they don't really understand what's going on. But at the same time, I feel like it's good for them to see what it's like to be a part of a national championship program. And, I think it had its good parts and its bad parts, but hopefully they'll take the good part from it and realize that that's something that they want to accomplish and they want to be a part of. But, instead of the bad of this is just what happens when you come to ETBU. So we've got to kind of find that balance between the two.
Every coach goes into this time of the year when you first bring your team together for a fall practice or whatever, getting ready for the spring. But you did lose some very solid, obviously, seniors off last year's team. Talk a little bit about, some maybe concerns or maybe some things you've been pleased with in terms of some people stepping up maybe and filling that leadership void.
Well, we were definitely, concerned losing the 4 seniors that we lost last year because of their leadership role and stuff like that. But this year I've been pleasantly surprised with our 2 seniors. They've come out and kind of had a total change of attitude and presence about them, and the girls have really accepted them as their leaders, and it's been a good change. And I think if they continue to do that, we'll have the type of leadership that we need in order to try to be successful again.
Again, from a coaching standpoint, if there was one thing you were the most pleased with that you might have been concerned with going in, that maybe your fears were allayed a little bit going into fall practice, what would that be? In terms of, just getting some things accomplished in the fall, some things you were pleased with.
I feel like, we were definitely pleased with where our new kids stood. We had a couple come in injured, so it's kind of hard to tell with them, but our pitching did a nice job in the fall game. Our defensively, kind of came together. We had some kids that I think are going to be young kids that are going to take places of seniors and do a nice job. Obviously we're going to have a young team the next couple of years, which can be good and bad, and let's just hope that it's more towards the good side than the bad side.
Your recruiting class, overall, obviously, you brought in a few more players than you normally do in a recruiting class, but, overall, the total class, are you pleased with that? And their
we're definitely pleased with the class that we brought in this year. Yes, we brought in a lot more than we have in the past. We had a really small team last year, and we had some big shoes to fill, so we needed to bring in a few more numbers to try to even that out. We have a couple kids that are in question as far as injuries from last year, whether they're going to be back this year, so we knew we needed to bring in a couple more kids, but we're pleased with where the kids stand as far as the transfers and the freshmen, and that's kind of been an adjustment for us. We've never had this many freshmen before, so it's kind of getting used to that and getting them used to the game and stuff has been a transition.
Coming back in January, obviously you'll start spring practice again, so that gives you a couple of months here, a little bit over a couple of months. Tell us what really is your focus and the team's focus between now and January, what you want to see from them when they come back over this little break here.
Well, my biggest fear is that we'll have to start back over. So kind of stuff that we've talked about is them, doing the things that they need to do in order for us to not start back over from previous to the fall. Our goal is to hit the ground running and them to maintain what we've accomplished in the fall. So, it's up to them whether they're going to go out there and, stay in shape, throw and do the things that they need to do, but hopefully we can just pick up where we left off.